Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, and thank you again for watching weatherweb.net. It is Saturday the 18th of May, and once again, just to remind you that the site here is kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen, and by you coming back and using the site and using the adverts, it's that keeps us free of charge. So thanks for doing that, and thank you for your continued support. Now, this is the output from the GFS Ensemble for the next week, and what I want you to notice on here is how temperatures remain fairly steady look through the coming week, but also I want you to pick out too how we see this rainfall look during the first part of the week, but then look how much drier it becomes. And the indications are that we're in for some fair conditions from about the middle of the week onwards, but there is a little bit of uncertainty in it. I'll show you more about that in a moment. I want to show you, though, how things improve during the coming 15 days. This is the day 1 to 5 outlook of rainfall from the GFS Ensemble. It's total rainfall. Most of this across Northern Ireland and Northern England is what's occurring during the next 24 hours or so. Also, some heavier bursts of rain trying to get onto southern coast during tomorrow, but I think that probably will stay a little bit further south. But you can see there how most of the rainfall in Northern England, Northern Ireland, and also just off those south coasts, with relatively little elsewhere. Now look at the contrast with the following 5 days. This is the rainfall from day 6 to day 10. So this is taking us from the 23rd onwards to the 28th. And just look how little rainfall there is. We're going for sort of 2 to 5 millimetres in most places. Perhaps a little bit more, perhaps up to 10 millimetres across northwestern Scotland, just because of some spots of rain. But down to the south, it's basically the residual rain left over from the rainfall during the early part of the week. But you can see how much less rain there is during that period. And then our rainfall from day 11 through to day 15, which takes us up to the 2nd of June. During that 5-day period, again, it's 2 to 5 millimetres for most, and just a little bit more to northwestern parts of Scotland where fronts brush through. But the message from this is that dry weather does appear to be on its way. Now, we'll take a look at the charts, but I want you to remember these. This is the analogue chart that I showed you earlier on in the week. And we use the analogues, remember 1962 and then 1991, and we use various others as well. But the pattern I want you to remember is this one. Look, ridge of high pressure in here, low pressure towards the east, lower pressure up towards the northwest. That was 1962. This was 1976. Look, ridge of high pressure across the UK, low pressure off towards the east, low pressure off towards the northwest. Okay, so just keep those in mind when we look at the charts of the coming week. So this is the forecast for tomorrow, then midday tomorrow from the GFS Ensemble. Low pressure south of Ireland, low pressure in the continent. A little bit of rain, look there, just trying to nudge onto the southern coast of England. Uncertainty as to how far north it gets, but at the moment I think we can say most places dry, although just those southern counties of sort of Dorset, Hampshire, running across through Sussex, perhaps into Kent, look as if they will get rain at times. Elsewhere it's generally dry, although do expect some morning rain across central parts of Scotland, but not amounting to much. But generally it's a dry day with the winds coming in from an east-northeasterly direction. On to Monday, low pressures off towards the east. Look, now this is going to rotate a front westwards and southwestwards through the country, bringing some spots of rain across East Anglia, central and eastern parts of England. Again, not amounting to very much, but for most, this northerly wind bringing a drier day with some bright spells. Fairly breezy though, north to northeasterly is around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Now on Tuesday, still got this low off towards the east, look, still got the high out towards the west, but look, here comes the ridge. So we've got a north and northeasterly flow bringing some pretty brisk winds down eastern parts of the country. Could still be some spots of rain around across East Anglia in the south at first, as well as some cloud, but that should clear away, and then all places should become brighter with some sunny spells. Best of the sunshine out towards the west. On to Wednesday now, and look, there's our ridge. We've got lower pressure starting to form up here. We've got low pressure off towards the east. But generally, it looks as if it should be a fair day with a north and northwesterly wind. Dry for all as well, with some good sunny spells around, particularly across more western areas. And with winds only light, temperature's going to be picking up. Could see 20 degrees on Wednesday. For Thursday, ridge of high pressure is still in, look, low pressure out towards the west, low pressure off towards the east, a northwesterly wind and some good sunny spells for most. May just be a little bit more cloud affecting western Scotland and western Ireland. On Friday, much of the same, look, low pressure up towards the northwest, could find some rain affecting Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland, but for most it's dry with sunny spells and light winds. Oh, and look, low pressure's off towards the east as well. And then on Saturday, ridge of high pressure still through the country, may just bring some rain to Western Ireland and also to western parts of Scotland, thanks to some weak fronts moving in there. Elsewhere though, dry. I think more cloud around than the last couple of days, but essentially dry with some sunny spells, the winds in the west, and feeling fairly warm. Not much change for Sunday either. Ridge of high pressure still in from the high off towards the southwest, low pressure off towards the east and to the northwest, and a little bit of rain perhaps for northern and western Scotland, but you can see many are dry. And it looks like we'll see similar conditions into the beginning of the week as well. This is heading into the 27th of May, so this is Monday the 27th. Still got the ridge in situ, mainly dry conditions for most. Similar on Tuesday, pressure still relatively high. And staying that way into the Wednesday as well, so this ridge is building through. And look, even by Thursday the 30th, just a bit of rain for western Scotland, northern parts of Ireland, but the south stays dry under that ridge of high pressure. Now, if only life were that simple, bit of a complication because not all models agree. This is the ECMWF for the 25th, so this is the ECMWF for next Saturday. And you'll notice here, look, it's got making much more of the low pressure to the east and to the west, and brings the high through the country with this north and northwesterly flow, which would bring some showers and cold conditions down those eastern coasts. Now compare that to the ensemble for the 25th. This is what it saw. You notice the low is well off towards the east, look, and there's our ridge building in as opposed to an area of high pressure. So when you've got a model discrepancy like this, which one do you go for? Well, given the strong showing for our analogues, such as this one, this was the 1962 one I showed you earlier, given that we've got the ridge in, low pressure to the east, low pressure to the northwest, and this strong support, at the moment we've got to lean towards this idea from the GFS ensemble, this idea that the ridge builds in and we get dry conditions, which is why we're going to this side of things just at the moment. So I think in summary, what we're going to go for is probably damper conditions across the east and the south early into the new week, but from about Wednesday onwards, hopeful of conditions turning drier and also sunnier for most. And it could be several days of dry weather now across many parts of England, Wales, and possibly the south and the east of Scotland as well. Just some bits and pieces of rain affecting western Scotland and Western Ireland at times. So overall, good news. So let's keep our fingers crossed that's how it continues. Now, in a short while, my colleague Gary Nicholson is going to be taking over the videos for a few days. So hopefully you'll treat him gently. You'll notice him coming on board on Tuesday of this week. So hopefully you'll look after him. We'll give you all the same great information. And of course, you'll find the videos updated every day as well. So for now, thanks for watching and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.